Good evening, everyone. It's 6:01. We're going to go ahead and start our meeting tonight. Mr. Salazar.
Mr. Amaya, members of the board, this evening we have students from Olmito Elementary, and already at the lectern we have our principal of Olmito Elementary, Ms. Linda Rodriguez, to introduce us to the students who will lead us in the pledge.
Good evening, Mr. Amaya, members of the board, Mr. Salazar, and to our parents and guests who are here with us. I have two amazing students from our campus here with us this evening, and I'd like to start off with introducing someone very special in first grade. We have Ms. Dasha Garber. She is a first grade student. She was born in 2011 in Moscow, Russia. And at the age of 3, Dasha moved to Texas with her parents, Nadezhda and Alexei Garber. Dasha speaks fluently in both Russian and English. She loves to read, and she began reading in her native Russian language at the age of 3 and learned to read English by the age of 4. Her favorite book series is The Magic Tree House by Mary Pope Osborne. Dasha's favorite cartoon is the Wild Kratts series, and her favorite toys are Legos. Dasha likes to do theater. Currently, she participates in the Bye Bye Birdie musical play that will be premiered this upcoming May at the Camille Playhouse, and her performance of the song Let It Go in Russian was a hit at our Olmito Elementary talent show. Dasha Garber. Next, we have Leonardo Vendaño as a 5th grade A honor roll student at Olmito Elementary. Leonardo has been a Boy Scout for 4 years. Being a Boy Scout has instilled a strong sense of citizenship that has allowed him to serve not only as a ranger, but as a student council officer at Olmito Elementary. Leonardo is actively involved in various clubs. This year, he has participated in EAE Science and Robotics. He is also a member of the Guitar Club, OES Choir, and Theater Arts. This year, our OES faculty and staff have had the privilege of observing his acting talents in the OES Theater Arts Club production of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Leonardo Vendaño.
These children are here to help lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Will everyone please stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
These beautiful, there you go. Very handsome young man, beautiful young lady. Are their parents here so we can thank them? Thank you very, very much for allowing them to come. Thank you guys very, very much. Ms. Garcia, could you help us with roll call?
Yes, sir. Mr. Jesus Amaya? Mr. Leonel Garza?
Present.
Mrs. Sandra Garcia, I am here. Mr. Martin Castillo?
Present.
Mrs. Darlene Peterson?
Present.
Mr. A. Faria? He is not here. Mr. Ruben Trevino?
Present.
Mr. Gonzalo Salazar?
Present.
And our counsel, Ms. Elizabeth Neely?
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. District recognitions, Mr. Salazar.
Mr. Amaya, members of the board, again, we've set time aside, as we do at every regular meeting, to recognize the achievements and the accomplishments of our students. At this time, I'd like to introduce our athletic director, Coach Patrick Brown.
Mr. Amaya, members of the board, Mr. Salazar, good afternoon, evening. Hope you guys had a good spring break. I've got 3 teams I want to introduce you to today that really had incredible seasons. The first one I'd like to introduce you to is to our swim team. And I think I got corrected. I said 8 times they won district champions, our boys, and I got snapped at. It was actually 9 times in a row now, our boys have won a district championship. Our girls fell short last year, but this year got back on track, and for 5 of the last 6 years, they've also won district championships. We showed very well in regionals, and for the first time ever, I got to go and see a state swim meet in Austin, which was really cool, seeing our little Los Fresnos logo next to South Lake Carroll and Katy and all these schools. It was really special watching our kids compete and watching how they behaved and you know, carried our name with pride when they were in Austin. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Coach Perez.
Good evening, Mr. Amaya, members of the board, and Mr. Salazar. My name is Jaime Perez, and here is my awesome assistant coach, Erica Amador, who we want to start by thanking our administration, Mr. Justin Stumbaugh, Coach Brown, and Coach Foster. Their support really sets us up for success. 2017-2018 was a very, very special year for the Los Fresnos swimming and diving team as the doors to the new aquatic center opened. And from the start, the kids have just, hit the ground running, and we had a lot of success because with a lot of hard work comes a lot of success. And they started off by breaking 7 school records. You can clap. And our girls regained their district title, making it 5 in the last 6 years. And our boys made it number 9 this year. No pressure for the decade. Okay. We, along with the records that were broken here at our new aquatic center, our boys 400 freestyle also holds the record at the Westlaco Aquatic Center for the boys 400 freestyle, and they also hold the record at the Margaret Clark Aquatic Center in Brownsville. And that time that they scored is the fastest time the Valley has had. So it was an outstanding job, and that relay consists of 3 seniors and 1 junior, Luis Osuna, Will McKinney, Carlos Paredes, and Danny Escamilla. We had a very strong showing at regionals, and where we had 2 regional individual champions, 2 gold medals for the girls in the 200 individual medley and the 500, Sarah Villarreal. And in the boys, we had gold medals in the 200 freestyle and the 500 freestyle, Luis Osuna. We're really excited about the new aquatic center and about all of the great things that are to come. And with that said, I would like to go ahead and introduce these champions and future leaders, because as we know, what we do here changes the world. So starting with Marilyn Blanco, Rain Garcia, Rebecca Osuna, Mari Clara Rivera, Callie Sainz, Alyssa Chavez, Naomi Evans, Maria Mangalos, Emily Rodriguez, Jackie Navarrete, Sarah Villarreal, Susan Ramirez, Savannah Jones, and Alex Alanis. And this is your 2018 Girls Swimming and Diving District Champions. Take a group picture. Okay. Okay, now we have our boys, 9-time district champions. Evan Garcia, Bobby Zamora, Tony Martinez, Sebastian Moreno, Nathaniel Braun, Jesse Roblero, where's Samir? Robert Waters, Luis Osuna, Robert Wells, Will McKinney, and Danny Escamilla. And Samir ready? And these are your 2018 district champions.
While they're posing for the picture, I know that we have some parents in the audience, and I want to make swimming parents, and I see a proud swimming parent that I recognized from a few decades ago that was doing the same thing that these young men and young lady are doing this time, winning tournament after tournament. But I don't think that he appreciated, like many of us don't, the amount of effort that goes into parenting a swimming champion. I think it's a lot different than most, and I'm not trying to diminish the parents of our other athletes, but it's quite a bit different, and their dedication is showing here in our community, and we thank y'all. If y'all will please stand so we can acknowledge your efforts. Thank you very much. Coaches and swimmers, this never gets old. It seems like the teams change, but this never gets old. Thank you very much for allowing us to be part of this as well, as much as hard work as y'all put into it. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce you to our girls basketball team, but before I do, I'd just like to say that Coach Valdez is one of my first hires, and I put her through the ringer. I made her come in for 2 or 3 different interviews, and we had a lot of interest in that, and I'm very, very proud of the way she's taken this team and filled gigantic shoes that she had to fill from Coach Edquist, and she's done an amazing job. I could not be more proud of someone I've hired. So without further ado, Coach Valdez.
Good evening, Mr. Amaya, members of the board, and Mr. Salazar. Like Coach Brown said, I am Rebecca Valdez, and this is my assistant, Lindsay Edquist. This season, our girls, we made the playoffs for the first time in 3 years, and I am so proud of the dedication and hard work that they have put into our program. Like Coach Brown said, it was big shoes to fill, and they just opened me with open arms, and I'm just truly blessed to have the group of girls that I have. So it is a true honor, and I am so proud to introduce these girls. So I'm going to start off with sophomore Ari Gallardo. She was first team All-District, first team All-Valley, RGV Vipers All-Star, Ari Gallardo. Another sophomore that can't be here was Jasmine Garcia. She was also a key member of our team. Lorna Camarillo, junior. Junior Dominique Clemens, she was All-District Honorable Mention. Junior Giovanna Adames, she was All-District Honorable Mention and RGV Vipers All-Star. Junior Veronica Atkinson. And one thing before I introduce my seniors, I think my senior group, they are a strong group of leaders, and I am sad to see them go, and I think they're a key part as to why we had so much success this season. So I want to start off with senior Angie Garza. Senior Cora Garcia. Senior Alejandra Yanes. Senior Melissa Scrivener. One of our captains, Jessica Fuentes, senior. She was all-district honorable mention. And last but not least, Brittany Ruiz. She was second team all-district, and she is the RGV's BA All-Star as well. And these are your 2017-2018 Lady Falcon basketball teams.
I know we have some proud parents in the audience. Could you please rise so we can acknowledge your efforts? Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce our boys basketball team, and first of all, I want to thank Coach Hinojosa. I think he was a fantastic mentor and really helped Coach Valdez get her feet wet in Los Fresnos, and I appreciate you doing that. I think every group of seniors is special, but I think this basketball group of seniors is probably one of the more special groups I've ever seen, and I think their resume and body of work for the last 4 years speaks for itself. I know I'm going to miss watching them play. They're an incredible group. I always went in there when I went in there to say hello to them in the gym, I always had a smile on their face, and I'm definitely going to miss this group. Really fun group. With that being said, Coach Hinojosa.
Thank you, Coach Brown. Good evening, Mr. Maya, members of the board, Mr. Salazar. First, I'd like to introduce my assistant, Alex Lucio. I guess Alex is talking about me somewhere. When we started the year, we had high expectations for this team. We sat down as a team, wrote down our goals. We met every goal but one of them, and that was regional tournament. But the season was not a disappointment. We set a school record of 31 wins for the season, surpassing our previous record of 28 a couple of years ago. And I'm very proud to say that we won our 4th straight district title, our 4th straight by-district title, and these guys have set a high standard for teams to come without a doubt, just like Coach Pettis said. Not easy. Great group of kids. I'm not going to lie, this group will be dearly missed big time. They have a special place in my heart. Most of these guys were the ones that helped lay the foundation to this program 4 years ago, and we feel we've built an empire right now. Here are the members of the 2017-2018 Falcon basketball team. First and foremost, these guys get no credit. They don't come out in the papers. They don't practice. They don't do any of that stuff, but they're the guys that are behind the scenes, and they get us to the hump that we need to get to. Our managers, going to miss him a lot. He does so much for us. It's unreal. Isaac Kaiser. Next up, another manager, senior, played basketball his freshman year, decided to not play anymore, came back and helped us out as a manager his senior year, and I'm glad he did. He was our cameraman, and we're gonna miss him as well. Great guy, comedian, love him. Milo Hernandez. Next up, two-year letterman, wasn't able to finish the season, fractured his thumb, but was still supportive of the team and was there at every practice, and guy that we're going to look to carry the team next year, John Martinez. And no, that's not John. Coming up is his twin brother. Is also going to be a big part of our team next year, and is going to look to carry the team, Joshua Martinez. Not able to be here. I'm not going to say it. Honorable mention, all district, Elian Gonzalez. He's in driver's ed, so he wasn't able to make it. Just watch out when he's on the road, though, when he gets his driver's license. Junior, honorable mention, all district, Sebastian Spack. And here are our seniors, Eddie Uribe. Senior, Brian Ham. Senior, two-year letterman, honorable mention, all district, Lionel Izaguirre. Senior, two-year letterman, second team all district, senior, he'll be participating in the senior all-star game, Tomas Rangel. Senior, four-year letterman, first team all district, first team all valley, and will be participating in the senior all-star game, Gabe Martinez. Senior, four-year letterman, district MVP, district defensive MVP. He's worked for that for the last 4 years. I thought he got robbed, but finally he got it as a senior. He's also the All-Valley most defensive most valuable player. Will be participating in the Rio Grande Valley Viper Showcase game and the senior all-star game, Jordan Urbina. Senior, four-year letterman, district MVP, first team All-Valley, also selected to the All-Region team. That's south of San Antonio. Will be participating in the Rio Grande Valley Showcase game and senior all-star game, Andrew Carizales. And from coaches and the players, we'd like to thank all the parents for all their support throughout the years. You guys made this journey incredible. Community members and any other fan that supported the team throughout the years, thank you very much.
I know we have some parents out there, very proud parents wearing the school colors, team colors. If you could stand so we can recognize you and thank you. Just for the record, during the district recognitions, Mr. Ray Farias did come in. Mr. Salazar, we can go forward with the district reports, please?
Yes, Mr. Amaya, members of the board, we present our financial reports, A through E, and we also present the 2018 summer school programs. I'd like to mention that our summer school programs are very similar to last year. We're holding summer school at Dora Romero and Los Fresnos United. It allows us to, holding it there allows us to do some work on facilities around other parts of the district. But we are funding our summer school program with Title I, Title III, some local funds, and high school allotment. Do you have any questions regarding any of the reports we present here today?
What was the one? I prepared for a meeting last week, so I'm trying to remember my notes. There was a budget amendment for a scholarship fund. Is that the first time we do that, or have we had that before and I just don't remember?
On occasion, we will have donations for scholarships. We run them through the business office, and then we bring it before the board to book the donation. Is that correct, Mr. Young? Yeah, so only on occasion.
Any other questions? Okay, no one has signed up in public audience, so we'll move over to Roman numeral 8, consent agenda. We have 5 items on consent agenda. We'll entertain a motion to accept consent agenda as listed, unless someone wants to pull something. Mr. Trevino.
Yes, Mr. Maya, I move that we approve consent agenda items 1 through 5 as written.
Is there a second? Mr. Farias? We have a motion and a second to approve consent agenda as posted as written, all 5 items. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Is unanimous. Action items. Action item number 1, discuss and take action to approve agreements/contracts with TriStem Ltd. to perform a utility bills audit. Is there a motion? Mr. Trevino. We have a motion. Is there a second? Ms. Castillo? Discussion. Ms. Castillo?
How many years are they going to be looking at, or are they going to go to the last year that they looked at?
If you don't mind, I'll ask Mr. Young to address that.
Well, typically they'll go back 3 years. It'll depend on how far back we can get. Some of the agreements won't allow you to go more than a year or 2 back. But the last time we did it, 07, 08, they had already begun the process when I came into the office. But I want to say they had reached back as far as 4 years on some of the agreements. Because they initiated the process in the late 90s, 98, 99, somewhere around there. Didn't wrap it up until 10 years later, really.
Any other questions or discussion? There being no more discussion or questions, we do have a motion and a second to approve agreements and contracts with TriStem Ltd. to perform utilities bill audit. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. So again, it's unanimous. Item number 2, discuss and take action to approve the school calendar for the 2018-2019 school year. Do we have a motion? Mr. Castillo? Is there a second? Mr. Farias? Discussion on the calendar. Questions? Ms. Castillo?
You saw me smile. Why do we do Good Friday instead of Easter Monday? It's just is attendance horrible Easter Monday?
Well, it's either bad on Easter Friday, Good Friday, or Monday, but we are limited on the number of days that we can take. So we take it forward. We put it before the DEIC, and let the teachers decide where we are going to take the days. It seems each year with every passing legislative session, we have fewer choices to make. That's a long response to we leave it up to teachers to decide which days.
Any other questions? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the school calendar for the 2018-2019 school year. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. It's unanimous. Item number 3, discuss and take action to improve out-of-state student travel. Will be the Sea Perch robotic team. They will be traveling to North Dartmouth, Massachusetts, June 1st to the 3rd of this year. Is there a motion? Ms. Garcia.
I'll move to approve the out-of-state travel.
Is there a second? Ms. Peterson. Discussion, questions, clarifications? There are none. So we have a motion and a second to approve the out-of-state student travel to North Dartmouth, Massachusetts, June 1st through the 3rd, 2018. It's the Sea Perch robotic team. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. It is unanimous. I've been practicing North Dartmouth, Massachusetts. So Item number 4, discuss and take action to approve superintendent's personnel recommendations for the positions. This is a teacher's position for the 2017-2018 school year. Is that correct? 17-18. Okay, is there do I have a motion? Mr. Trevino. Do we have a second? Ms. Garcia. Discussion. We have a motion and we have no discussion. We have a motion and a second to approve the superintendent's personnel recommendations for a teacher's position for this year, 2017-2018 school year. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. It is unanimous. The young lady here, ma'am? Ah, welcome aboard. Congratulations. At this time, we will go into closed session. I should have practiced that. Pursuant to Section 551.074 and 551.076 of the Texas Government Code. Items under closed session. Item number 2, discuss campus security audits and measures. It is currently 6:34. It is 7:52. We're back from executive session. from executive session, back in open session. Item number 1 is not needed. Item number 2, discuss and take possible action to approve campus security audits and measures. Do we have a motion? Again, I'm going to read it, see if there's a possible motion. Discuss and take possible action to approve campus security audits and measures. Is there a motion? Mr. Trevino.
Yes, Mr. Amaya, I move that we approve the superintendent to make and take any possible actions as discussed in executive session.
Do we have a second? Thank you, Ms. Peterson. We have a motion and a second to allow the superintendent, not just to approve the superintendent, approve campus security audits, but to look into measures as they're going, as we discussed in executive session. Discussion? I'm sorry I wasn't perfect, but we can turn it over to anybody it is. No discussion? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Mr. Castillo, you want a motion and a second? Okay, so we have it on video. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. It's unanimous. Announcement, sir.
Sir, my members of the board, I want to tell you about Joriam Martinez Parra and Sandlin. Both of these students have been admitted to MIT. Joriam has been admitted to MIT and Harvard. Jonathan Sandlin has been admitted to MIT and Cornell. We know admission is only part of the process. We'd love to see them go through the program. So we're very excited to have kids being into those institutions. Friday, March 30th, we don't have any classes. It's a holiday. And Monday, April 16th, 2018, is when we have our regular school board meeting. We're suggesting April 16th. April 9th is the day of the board, the regularly scheduled meeting date, but we're coming back from NSBA, and I'd like to maybe discuss that with you and see if your schedules allow for that change. Saturday, April 28th, we have scheduled, do you remember the Education Expo? We had an Education Expo on the lawn of Olmito Elementary. We want to have it again and call it the Los Fresnos Experience, and invite parents and students from the surrounding area. That is April 28th. I'll send you another reminder at Los Fresnos United from 1 to 4. You'll get to see Project Lead the Way activities and the students in action and showcasing some of the programs that we offer here in Los Fresnos. Athletics, we have Falcon baseball game and Lady Falcons playing at home, both at 6:30 p.m. on March 20th and Friday the 23rd. We have a Falcon baseball game at home, also beginning at 6:30. Those are all the announcements we have at this time.
7:56, meeting adjourned.